Okay, hello YouTube, hello X, and hello TikTok. We are live. Yes, we are. All right, TikTok, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. How is everybody doing? Welcome in. I am glad you're here. Sorry it's so late. This is the time that we had right now. If you're streaming on X, hello, welcome in. TikTok, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And of course, always YouTube. How's everybody doing? Thanks for being here. We are going to do a 2-hour live. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming in. Today's topic is going to be American values. So I hope you brought your red, white, and blue game with you today, because today we're going to be doing American values. Um, Give me one sec. My name is Vince. I'm an American truck driver with Truckers Unite Now. We are talking about all things trucking, all things American. Bobby, welcome in. How are you, Bobby? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. YouTube, hello, welcome in. I'm glad you're here. X, welcome in. I'm glad you're here. How you doing? Um, let's see. All right, TikTok. We have Sir Addy joined. Hello, welcome in, Sir Addy. I'm glad you're here. George, welcome in. I am glad you're here, sir. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's see, who else do we have? How's everybody doing today in 2025? We are currently in Lacey, Washington, and today's live is going to be about American values. So I hope you guys bring your A game for American values. Um, Again, welcome in on X, YouTube, and of course TikTok, where we are most popular. Where is How's everybody doing? Also, we're going to be doing some live Q&A here in a little bit. George, welcome in. Let's see. Oh, we got, let's see. What was your name again, brother? Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. We have, oh man, I forget your pronoun. PJ, I think it is. What's up, PJ? Bluegrass, welcome in. Hey, hey, how are ya? Yabba dabba do. Yeah, that's about how I feel right now this late. We were just in a live with Ghost Rider. We had Audrey in there. We had a couple of veteran truck drivers in there, a couple of ag guys. It was absolutely amazing. It was great. YouTube, welcome in. I have a feeling I know who you are. Type it in the chat if I know who you are on YouTube. I think I know who you are. Yep, yep. Welcome in. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, I'll write something in the chat just because. Uh, Thank you, Bluegrass. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Saga Martha, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for liking, guys. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for sharing the live. Remember, every time, thank you, thank you. Every time you like the screen, every time you share the screen, that helps it get out there. That makes the live more popular. More importantly, that brings awesome people in here that we can have great discussions. So trust me when I say, when you share the live, it benefits all of us, because then we get awesome people in here. And I want to have a great discussion tonight, okay? I want to get a couple older heads in here, my age in here, younger than me in here. Let's get some brokers, let's get some shippers, some regular American citizens that do other stuff. Let's get all kinds of folks in here. YouTube, welcome in. How are you? Oh, if I know who I think you are, you can't type, right? Yeah. Anyways, we'll get to that in a minute. X, welcome in. X, how are you? And thanks for being here. Just so everybody knows, Truckers Unite Now is on TikTok. We are on YouTube. We are on X. We are on Facebook and Instagram. And what's Donald Trump's thing called? Truth Social. We are on Truth Social also. So check us out over there. Give us a follow or subscribe if you want to support us. We'd really appreciate it. We are growing on the other channels. Audrey, welcome in, Audrey. Audrey's in the house. I guess she's not going to sleep. What's so funny, Bluegrass, huh? What is so funny, mister? Huh? No brokers. Oh, I got you. Yeah, no brokers. Well, we need brokers, brother. How are we going to get this solved? We got to get them their 5%, okay? 5% cap on brokers. Um, let's see. Oh, we got 17 people in there already. Wow. Welcome in, everybody. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Neuro Driver says, again, keeping up the good fight. Vince, that's right. We are keeping up the good fight. We are not going to give up. I figure I have about 15 good years left in me to fight the system, right? Let's see. George says, brokers going broke now. I like it. Going broke, baby. Broke! It's about time, right? Man, we've been going broke, not even being able to keep up on our equipment. So, hey, man, the tables turn, man. If you don't do the right thing in life, the tables turn, don't they? Don't they, YouTube? The tables turn when you don't do the right thing. So, let's see. Bluegrass says, well, we need good, honest brokers. Yes, we do, and there's a few out there. There are a few honest brokers out there. Well, you know, that's what 371.3 in the FMCSA code book gives us already, right? Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration has already given us broker transparency. As a matter of fact, let's go over that. Let's go over broker transparency. Let's just refresh some hearts and minds, and then we'll start bringing up some people, okay? I'm going to go over broker transparency real quick, just because I haven't been over it for a while. So, here we go. 49 CFR 371.3 states its records to be kept by brokers. A broker shall keep a record of each transaction. For purposes of this section, brokers may keep a master list of co-signers and the address and registration numbers to the carrier. Rather than repeating this information of each transaction, the record shall show, YouTube, the record shall show X1, the name and address of the co-signer. 2, the name, address, and registration name of the original motor carrier. That's us. 3, the bill of lading or freight bill number. 4, the amount of, and that's so we can keep records, right? And check this out. You guys are like the very end. I like the very end. I think we have a class action lawsuit myself. Tell me what you guys think. The amount of compensation received by the broker for the brokerage services performed and the name of the payer. That means they have to tell us by federal law what the load is paying by the shipper, right? 5, a description of any non-brokerage services performed in connection with each shipment and or activity, the amount of compensation received for their services, and the name of the payer. And 6, the amount of any freight charges collected by the broker and the date of payment to the carrier. B, subsection B. Brokers shall keep these records required by this section, FMCSA, for a period of 3 years. 3 years! 3 years! 3 years they have to keep the amount they received from the shipper, the amount they gave you, the carrier, the name, the date, the address, everything. That means we got you on blast for 3 years, okay? Personally, I think we have a class action lawsuit. What do you guys think? What do you think? Please share the live. Please tap that screen and let's get those likes up. Let's get other people in here. Let's have a great night, shall we? Tonight's about American values. John F. Kennedy said, I don't know what year it was. Drop it in the chat. Chat, if you know what year it was, let me know. John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, YouTube, but what you can do for your country, TikTok. That's where I'm at. I can only speak for myself, but Truckers Unite Now, we are all about the United States, right? We are all about the United States of America, our 50 beautiful states, our 50 beautiful, beautiful states, starting with Montana, Idaho, Nevada. What can I say? Thank you, everybody, for being here. Bluegrass says amen. Yes, Jesus is with us always. He's here with us tonight. And yeah, okay. Neurodriver says, wasn't there a bill trying to be pushed this year about seeing BOLs what brokers are getting paid? I don't know. That's a great question. Um, I mean, there's no bill to be passed, NeuroDriver, because the law already states in 371.3 broker transparency, they have to give us broker transparency. See, what they do is, thank you for reminding me, what broker agencies do is they have a carrier sign a waiver that waives your rights, okay? And then you're waiving your 371.3, so don't do that. If all of us unite, if we unite and we stop signing those carrier packages, they can't get us on that, right? So there's a way around everything, right? People think they're clever, but other people find ways. We're humans, we're all clever. So we just got to find a way around these things. Let's see, George says, tables have turned for sure. Dude, this is just the start of it. 2025 is just the start of drivers. Enough already. We're tired, we're broke, we're sick of it. We're sick of seeing all of our money go overseas. We are tired of watching other families in other countries enjoy our hard labor, and we are taking back what's ours. Michael, thank you with the heart me. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. How are you doing, by the way? I hope you're doing better today. Brokers are going broke now. Let's see what we got here. The chat. NeuroDriver, nice to not even ask. I know. NeuroDriver, wouldn't that be nice if like people just did the right thing because it was the right thing to do instead of being pushed? That would be great. Excuse me while I get some agua, you guys. I know this is really ghetto. Forgive me, please. I forgot my water cup. So I have a very special water cup that fits inside of these Freightliners in the cup holders. So I'm very particular about the kind of mug that I use. I don't know if you drivers are the same way, but I have like a very particular one that fits perfect where when I'm driving it doesn't rattle out. I forgot that on this trip, so it is what it is. Welcome in on X. I'm glad you're here. If you're a government official, I hope you are. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you are a government official. I hope you enjoy the live. Um, we need to get some of these bills passed. Connor's Law, let's get that passed, right? The GOT Act, let's get it passed. Let's go. If it doesn't pass, let's put it back in, right? And get it passed a second time, because all drivers deserve overtime pay. Not deserve, they've earned overtime pay. This is so insane that everything is against the American truck driver. The American truck driver gives all, and for that, you know how you pay the American truck driver? You just crap on them, and you crap on them, and you crap on them, and you crap on them over and over and over again, and you take off their back, and you take from their family. You take from their family's mouth. Why? It's a pretty chicken you-know-what thing to do, man. It's not cool. It's time to save America, right? 3J Truckin says, yep, I am. Blue 251 says, that's what I do all the time. Drink from the big jug. Yeah, hey, we do what we got to do, right? Past time for changes in the house. He says it's not going to happen because it's records keeping, not transparency. Past time for a change. That's what I'm here for. Hope for everyone. It is going to happen. We are going to get 371.3 enforced, man. We have to. We have to, man. I have enough energy for all of us. I have enough hope for all of us. You know why? Because God Almighty, Jesus Christ himself, gives me power, and I'm going to spread that power wham onto you guys. I really don't care how silly people think I am. Somebody has to say it. I'm going to say it. I don't care anymore, man. I've been crapped on and hurt so much that I'm numb. I literally don't care anymore. I'm here to fight for the American truck driver and their families. Ultimately, that's what we're about, right? Uniting American truck drivers, and then we can get the other awesome people involved. Past time for a change, Lee and Lisa, Audrey, Dave McCone, I'm going to say it, Leander, Coffee with Bob. We're going to get everybody united, and then we're all going to fight together to get these things done. American Truckers United, yeah. Night Train 205 says, how do you pay overtime mileage on percent pay? I'll tell you how, brother. Hold on, let me see if I can get my calculator. You know what? I don't need my calculator. I do have one here, but okay. So let's just say you get 50 cents a mile, right? All right. You get 50 cents a mile times 40, right? 40 hours. Let's just say, or no, okay, let's say 50 cents a mile times 2,000 miles, right? I don't know if it's bright enough in here for the solar calculator. It's not. Okay, 50 cents a mile. You run a total of 2,000 miles a week. 50 cents per mile of that 2,000 miles, right? You have 70 hours in a week. So 40, 50, 60, 70. So 40 hours would be paid at the 50 cents, right? Time and a half. So you would take 50 cents, you would take half of the 50 cents, that's a quarter, right? That's half, time and a half. So you got 50 cents plus the quarter, so you got 75 cents per mile for, let's see, 40, 50, 60, 70. So 40 hours, if you did it in a week, I know it's confusing, right? If you did 40 hours, that's about, let's just say that's about 50%. So 50% of your paycheck, yeah, 50% of your paycheck would be at the 50 cents, right? And the other would be at the 75. Wait, sorry. 50% of 2,000 miles, no, 75% of 2,000 miles would be at 50 cents. 25% of 2,000 miles would be at 75 cents a mile. There you go. Does that make sense? So it's not hard to do. And how owner operators are going to get extra money for it is when the 14% of mega carriers have to pay their employees overtime pay, so they have to pay 75 cents 30% of the time, right? 30% of those total miles have to be paid 75 cents instead of 50 cents per mile. Does that make sense? Am I making sense or no? That's what I get in my head. So when I did the math at home, it's about $500 for company drivers. It's about 500 bucks a week. That's $2,000 a month, and it's about $1,450 per owner operator per week. All right, so that's $6,000. That's $6,000 a month. The GOT Act, you guys. Why are we not getting the GOT Act passed? Hello, everybody on X. How are you doing? I am really glad you're here. We are new to X, so you three beautiful souls, welcome in to Truckers Unite Now. We are also streaming live on YouTube, and we are streaming live on TikTok. That's where we're most popular. But I'm glad you're here. Welcome in. Today's topic is about American values. Right now we're talking about the GOT Act and how would we pay it in miles. So it's really easy. Time and a half. So time is 40 hours, right? We work 70 hours in a week. That's not hard to do at all. So you would just take the amount of whatever mileage you get, and you would add half of that mileage that you get per mile. If it's 50 cents a mile, you take a quarter and you add that to the 50 cents. That's 75 cents per mile after the first like 60% of your miles in that week, if that makes sense. So we got to get that passed. Truck drivers deserve it. American truck drivers deserve it. Let's get rid of this cheap labor. No more cheap labor in America. So American truck drivers can get paid very, very well and have a good life, considering we only make it on average to about 62 years old. We have earned it. We don't live. We live 1/3 of our life less than everybody else does. So yeah, we need to be living. We need to start living. We need to start living and going on 2 vacations a year instead of 1 vacation every 3 years right now, because we're getting paid so crappy. Again, everybody that's here, thank you so much for being here on X. Go ahead and if you want to write something in the chat, you want to talk to me, feel free to. We're going to start bringing up people on YouTube, and then you can listen in. I don't have a microphone for this reason, so that on X and on YouTube you guys can follow along and you can hear. My volume is completely up. Okay, so Maxwell Smart 43 asks, why is the life expectancy shorter for an American truck driver? I'm glad you asked, brother. So our life is much, much shorter because of the anxiety and the stress that we handle every day to get American freight across this country. Thank you for the heart, man. I really appreciate it. So American freight, every single load is different. And it gets very complicated. I'm glad you asked though, Maxwell. So every load that we do, sometimes we have to unload at 2 o'clock in the morning or load at 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes we have to load at 6 in the morning, unload at 6 in the morning. So our sleep schedule is all over the place. Sometimes we only get 5-6 hours sleep because of traffic or weather. So our sleep pattern is like this. We never have a consistency of sleep pattern. Sometimes we don't even get 5 solid hours, which we don't get our RAM sleep in. The food is absolutely terrible at the truck stops. It's really hard to cook in a 73 square foot box that like I'm in right now. You look at it, it's barely arm length everywhere in this truck. The load time, the stress, the unload times that people just absolutely walk all over us and disrespect us. The anxiety of saving public life, public safety every single day. A professional driver, a commercial driver, I would say on estimate saves about 7 to 8 lives per day. Per day, we save 7 to 8 lives that don't even realize that we saved their life. That's a lot of anxiety. For example, when we're driving in the slow lane in Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Dallas, right? And we're in a metropolitan city and we're in 5 lanes, right? On a mega interstate going through Dallas or the I-10 in California, Los Angeles, and a car, a four-wheeler, we call them four-wheelers, goes across 6 lanes of traffic, and just misses us like this, right? And we have to hit our brakes somewhat gentle because you can't stop 80,000 pounds on a dime. It takes a long time to stop these machines, this heavy equipment. So we almost take your life out, and you're not even aware of it. The maneuvers, the safety maneuvers that commercial truck drivers do on a daily basis, to save your life is what causes the anxiety. That's why we only live to 62. That's just a few small reasons. Idling your truck can cost you your life. If there's a head gasket leak and you get carbon monoxide, 3 truck drivers a year are unalived from carbon monoxide poisoning. Fun fact. Our job, our career, is 7 times more dangerous than law enforcement. So we all think about like spouses of law enforcement officers, and they get nervous, right? Every time their loved one goes out that door, they don't know if that loved one's going to come back, do they? They don't. And they pray for them and they hope, and it's a lot of stress for the spouses of law enforcement. Well, truck drivers are 7 times more likely to not come home than a police officer, than law enforcement. But we don't talk about these things. No, not on a $1 trillion business per year. We don't want to talk about this kind of stuff, do we? No, we want to keep making a bunch of money off their back, right? Don't let the commercial truck drivers know any of these things, because if you do, they're going to figure out that company drivers are actually worth 200 grand a year. They're going to figure out owner operators are actually worth 400 grand a year net, not gross. Gross would probably be like 700-800, almost $1 million that's what we earn for the American economy. We're the tip of the spear for the American economy. If you have it, if you've obtained it, a truck driver brought it to you. You name it, we've delivered it. Right now in the back of this truck and in that trailer is a bunch of pull-ups, adult diapers, right? So that's just what I'm hauling right now. Next, I can't tell you what I'm hauling next actually for national security. But Maxwell Smart 43, I'm glad you asked the question. Thank you, brother. That's the reason we only live to 62. Our sleep patterns are all over the board. Here's another fun fact. Truck drivers never make it home for birthdays, anniversaries, our kids' first steps. We don't get to experience, most of us. You know, we miss weddings, we miss funerals, we miss surgeries, we miss anniversaries, we miss holidays, we miss everything to get the goods and services that America needs. We do it all. We miss everything for America. That's the sacrifice we choose for America. So instead of saying that's what we chose, please, let's stop saying that in America. Let's start saying, thank you, American truck driver. Thank you for choosing your line of work. Thank you for only living 60% of what I'm going to live. Thank you. You're going to leave this earth 33% faster than I am because you're awesome and chose a career that benefits my life. Thank you, American truck driver. I appreciate that. Just like we thank law enforcement for their very noble sacrifice of protecting the public, strangers, right? They put their life on the line for complete strangers. What do you think truck drivers do? What do you think the American truck driver does for you every single day? And we love doing it. It's not, I'm not complaining, I'm not crying, I'm not whining. I'm just speaking facts. Facts over feelings. With all due respect, I don't care about your feelings, or sorry, I don't care about your truth. I don't care about my truth. I care about the truth. Let's care about the truth. Enough drama. Let's save America. Tonight is about what can we do for our country? What can we do for America, the land that we love? Beautiful 50 states. Well, 48, right? What we're in, unless you're in Hawaii or Alaska, of course. This is such a beautiful country, you guys and gals. I love this country. I love America with all my heart. I would sacrifice my life for the Constitution and for this actual soil. For this soil, I would risk my life, yes. I would give my life for this soil. I wouldn't go overseas and fight for like a resource like oil or gold or paper or propane. I would not do that. But I would do it for the ideology of what our forefathers started, okay? Remember, our government belongs to us. The government doesn't tell us what to do. We tell the government what to do. All the law, okay, the government does tell us what to do, but it's we, the people, that have created laws through Senate and Congress. We, the people, have set those rules and those laws in place to be enforced by law enforcement. So the people have spoken, and there's nothing you can do about it. When we, the people, speak, you state zitt. That means be quiet in Italian, I think. My grandfather always said it. State zitt, be quiet. The people have spoken. We, the people. So, my opinion, you guys, this live tonight is all about we, the people. It's time to stand up, okay? Everybody wants the government to fix it. Well, okay. We, the people, are the government. The government is our representatives. We tell them what to do, and they do it. We tell them what to pass, and they pass it. We tell them what to enforce, and they enforce it. We tell them what not to enforce, they don't enforce it. They are not some God that tells you what to do. You are a free man. You are a free woman in this country. You're free, okay? With the exception of the rules that we, the people, have created for you, right? And if you don't, my dad would always tell me growing up, if you don't like a law, too bad. You gotta follow it. If you don't like a law, go to Congress and Senate and get it changed if you don't like it. But you don't have to like a law, but you do have to follow it, right? We are a land of laws. That's why these non-domicile CDLs need to go, okay? If this is a non-domicile CDL, it needs to go. Bye-bye. And Sean Duffy, I personally, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to get a lot of slack for this. Sean Duffy, I hope you're one of the 3 on X right now watching. I completely support you, sir. I thank you for standing up for the American truck driver and the American trucking industry, unlike the ATA, right? American Trucking Association, I'm sorry, but they don't represent me. OOIDA, they don't represent me, an American truck driver. And I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for my other 2 million brothers and sisters that are driving trucks in America, but I can speak for myself. And I can speak for Truckers Unite Now. They don't represent us. American American Truckers United, they speak for me because they actually care about the American truck driver. Go check out American Truckers United. They're amazing. They're where I hope to be in like 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean? Our main goal here at Truckers Unite Now, I'm probably way behind on the chat. I apologize. Our main goal here at Truckers Unite Now is to unite people. Unite American truck drivers. We're so solid that we'll never be able to be separated or divided again, ever in the history of America. Guys, gals, our time is now. Gen X, it is time to stand up and save our country. Please. I implore you, save America. Okay? So many people say, you're the guy, Vince. You're the guy. No, I'm not the guy. I'm a guy, but I'm not the guy. We are the guys and girls. We are the Americans. We are the people. We the people are the ones that need to stand up and save our own country. John F. Kennedy asked not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country, okay? I was in a live earlier, and a very awesome woman said, what did she say? She said, for us to work hard to save America, we're not going to even be able to probably enjoy the benefits of that. Yeah, AT, I know, I am backing them up. We're the no matter how hard we fight, saving America is going to cost us our whole life. And we're probably not going to be able to enjoy the benefits, the fruits of our labor. And I'm okay with that. I, for one, I have about 15 to 20 good years of energy and passion and love, you know, to fight, to save America, to save our country. I do. And I'm okay with not enjoying the fruits of my labor. And it's going to suck. My kids are going to enjoy it. My grandkids are going to enjoy it. You know what? That's enough for me. That's enough for me to know that I made a difference. I'm working for free right now. To know that I made a difference for my children and my grandchildren, I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So I support everybody here. Truckers Unite Now. We support everybody. We're not going to agree on everything, but that's okay, you guys. Let me get into the chat here. I want to know, I want everybody, before you all start coming up, I want everybody in the chat right now, you 20 beautiful souls, I want everybody to think about how can you save America, or how can you help me be a part of saving America. All right, that's the discussion I would really enjoy to do tonight. Evil and Paula, welcome in. Thank you for sending me those roses. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the follows, you guys. My heart really thanks you from the bottom of my heart. And I want to let all my followers know right now, I know that you could take away that follow at any time and you can stop supporting me on YouTube, on X, on TikTok. I know that when you get a follower, I'm not naive. I understand that, you know, if you don't keep doing the right thing, if you don't keep doing the selfless thing, people can see through fake. That's why I'm just myself. I speak from my heart, okay? And if we don't do the right thing, I understand that you can take that follow away. You have that right. And you should. If I start going right turn or left turn, you should take that follow away. So I thank you for those follows. Everybody that's sharing the live tonight, thank you. You are my hero. For all the likes, you guys are already 6.7. Thank you. 6,700 likes. Let's get this pushed out into the algorithm. Let's get some amazing people in here. There's already some amazing people in here. Evil and Paula, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's see. El Buayo says, show me first. What do you mean by show me first? Dan says, I love trucking so much. I'm working tonight. It's 1 a.m. Let's go. Let's give it up for Dan, you guys. Everybody give it up for Dan. Hold on, Dan. I got something for you, brother. Give me 1 second. Where are you at? Camera, Let me find it real quick. I got something for you, Dan. If I can find it. New. Oh yeah, I don't have any. Let's see. We're gonna pin this. We're gonna pin Dan. There you go, brother. We're gonna pin you, and then, dude, I don't. Okay, they took it away from me. I'm trying to get those. You know the no. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Voice effects. Nope, that's not it. It's not voice effects. It is. Here we go. Sound effects. This is for you, brother. Here we go. That's for Dan. All right? Dan the man, working tonight, 1 a.m. See what I mean? So somebody asked, why is our life expectancy 62 years old? Well, look at Dan. Dan's working at 1 a.m. It's not fun, man, mile after mile. I mean, it's fun. I love it. But trust me, when you're alone in these trucks with your thoughts constantly, you must be a powerful person. That's why they say the American truck driver has a strong backbone. That's why. Now you know. Now you know. Everybody that's here, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Sam says, I'm a safe driver and I did everything right. Good for you, man. Appreciate it. Sam says the DMV didn't took my work permit in their system. What do you mean they didn't take your work permit? I don't understand. Hey, I'm about to lose my CDL from the law. I love America, my truck on the road. Man, I am sorry to hear that. Sam, the only thing I can suggest to you, brother, I know a lot of people are losing their license right now that absolutely love America, that have been here for a long time. All I can say, brother, is work your hardest at following the pathway to citizenship, or whatever it is that you need to do to be following the law and be here legally. Follow that route to the best of your ability, man. And I'm going to tell this to immigrants right now too. Be very careful of a lot of the lawyers out there. I'm hearing that a lot of the lawyers are just taking your money and they're not helping. So be very careful of that. I don't want to see anybody getting taken advantage of, okay? Period, end of story. Let's see. Sporter, welcome in, man. He said, oh, I lost it. Dang it. Sorry, Sporter. I was going to read your call. Oh, here we go. I'm coming through Ohio to Pennsylvania on the I-80. I appreciate you, Vince, and what you are doing, buddy. Welcome, brother. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot to me. And thank you, everybody. Look at it. See, you guys are sharing the live. There was more people coming in. I told you it works. It's powerful, man, these tools that we have. All right, let's see. Sam says, I have lawful presence and a work permit. So how are they taking your license then? If you don't mind me asking, how can they pull your license if you're have lawful presence and a work permit? Just curious. Thank you for joining. Let's see, who was that? Oh man, the chat went too quick. Let's see. Okay, so tonight's theme. What can you do for your country, the United States of America? What can you do for your country? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing for my country. On top of working 70 hours, on top of being a husband, on top of praying daily, on top of keeping myself healthy, on top of exercising, on top of being a father, on top of fixing things around the house, fixing the truck, keeping a business running, being a businessman. On top of all those things, I have taken advocacy into my life, and I'm probably an extra 20, 25 hours a week to make videos. These videos that we make, content creators make on these social media platforms, are not as easy as you think they are. Yes, you know, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, but when you're posting to all 5 social media platforms, it takes time. And I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it takes time and it's hard. After a 14-hour day, add another couple hours for the wife and the kids, right? It's a lot. Just like right now, I'm doing this live for a couple hours. We are 38 minutes in. I'm doing this live for a couple hours, and then I'm going to sleep for about 7 hours, get up, unload, drive a couple hours, load, and then drive another 8-9 hours. So it's repetitious, man. It's hard. But like I said, I love our country. I'm going to fight for our country. I am not going to give up. I am not going to let go of the American spirit. It's in my blood. I refuse to allow what our forefathers worked very hard for and fought Britain over, and worked very hard to design, that all 8 billion people are begging to come here for. I refuse to let that go. Yeah, sorry, brother. I don't invite on video chat like that or do battles. We're here for advocacy, not for fame or money or anything like that. But thank you. TTV, thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here on this late night. Roya, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. All right, Sam says, uploaded to their system. It wasn't me or lack of requirements. So, can I ask what state are you in? Because if you're in California, I think I know what happened. BT says, lawyers can't help with licensing issues because the licensing laws are very specific and mandatory. Very true. BT, how are you doing, brother? Are you doing good? I hope. You can come up and talk if you want. Sam says, she didn't update that info. FMCSA did an audit a month ago and turned out my work permit wasn't. Oh man. Ishmasha says, hold on. Says, do you drive with a tie and a suit? Just a question. No, I do not. I was in the beginning, but my shirt was just getting filthy all the time. So no, I put on the shirt for the lives. But if I'm at a shipper and receiver, yes, I do. By the way, guys, speaking of that, I want to show you all something here. Give me 1 second. I want to show you guys something. Today, I met a man named Roberto. Okay, I was walking looking for an empty trailer, and this guy rolls down his window and he goes, hey, are you guys driver? Are you that guy from Washington D.C. that drove to Washington D.C. or whatever, tried to meet Trump 6 weeks ago, fighting for truckers, blah blah blah. I go, yeah, that's me. He goes, oh man, really nice to meet you. And he gave me a sticker, and I'm gonna promote his. I'm gonna talk a little bit, real quick. So he's with Carrier Tools. He's with Carrier Tools. He gave me this. CarrierTools.com on X. CarrierTools.com on YouTube. CarrierTools.com. So Roberto, really cool. All right, and so what he's doing is basically 371.3. He is trying to, I don't know what nicer word, he's highly encouraging brokers to let carriers know what the rates are from shipper to carrier to driver. He wants that to be a clear communication between the three: shipper, broker, driver. Those three know what the amount for the load is being paid and who's getting what, right? Well, the shipper obviously is the one paying. So, awesome guy. Basically 371.3, he's trying to enforce it. They are getting very, very close. They are practicing their tools online right now for all of us truck drivers and carriers alike. Also, he has a really cool app called SOS. It's not available yet. Very soon it's going to be available. And it is SOS. It's basically it's similar to Trucker Path, but like, let's say you need antifreeze. You know, let's say you just need a little bit of oil, or you don't have tools on your truck. You need a hammer to bang your pins on your tandems to get them unfroze, and it's January or something like that. You can't get going. You don't have $600 to pay a tow guy to come help you. You're stuck. You don't know what to do, right? You need help with your chaining up or something like that. This SOS, if somebody's available in the area, a truck driver wants to help, like I have tools under my bunk. If I want to help and I have time and I feel like I want to help, I can answer the call and I can go help my fellow brother or sister that's stranded, instead of paying these ridiculous, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500. Freaking, you need, help changing out a light bulb. And a lot of people, I know what some of you are going to say. Some of you are going to say, well, if you're too dumb to change a light bulb, whatever. Well, I don't believe that. How about let's stop and help the driver? Let's teach them how to change their light bulb. Not everybody knows how to change a light bulb out of a truck. Let's teach them. I'll do it. I don't mind doing that. The only stupid question is one not asked. That's the only stupid question. I don't know if this is smart to drink this an hour before I'm going to bed. Anyways, let's see the DMV officer. All right, let me catch up with the chats. Again, everybody, thanks for being here. If anybody wants to come up, we can get this party started. Miki says, are you an operator? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like an operator, or do you mean an owner operator? Because yes, I am a lease owner operator. If you're talking about an operator, we're not going to talk about that. Sam says, I just want folks to look at me for my work and my habits, not for the place I came from. I love the U.S. Well, Sam, I can tell you this, brother, we're all immigrants. I mean, that's what America's all about. You know that. But just don't skip the part of we are a land of laws. And none of us are, by the way. None of us look at, here at Truckers Unite Now, we don't look at your skin, we don't look at your sex, we don't care what color you are, we don't care what sex you are, we don't care what religion you are. If you are an American truck driver and you love our country, then you're in. You're in with us, man. You're good. You're gravy. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Gus says FYP. Nice, nice. Let's see what we got. Sam said, I get that and I respect it. It's sad. Yeah, it's sad. People bullying CDL 60. Yeah, it does me too, man. I don't like bullying at all. I will stand up for people that are being bullied. I don't like bullies at all because I was bullied. I've been bullied before, and I won't stand for it. Not cool, man. Nobody should bully anybody. Grow up. You know, we're all adults here. I'm supporting the English proficiency. Very nice. Yep, I agree with you. We should definitely have English proficiency. Should be number one. Does anybody know? Oh, you said buying. My bad. Does anybody know about Gavin Newsom? Gavin, I hope you're watching right now. I hope you're one of the 3 on X. And I'm going to say, hello on YouTube. Welcome in. Gavin Newsom. Let's talk about Mr. Gavin Newsom. If you are an elected official, if you are an elected representative, you are not a god. You are not a superhero. You are not. You are a representative for me. You work for me, the American citizen. Respectfully, you work for me. We voted you in, we hired you, we believe in you, and we need you to do the job we tell you to do. Just like when I get in this truck and I drive, I am driving for the shipper. I am driving for the American people. I do what they tell me to do, and I do it humbly, okay? Now, English proficiency in California. Gavin Newsom has told his DOT officers at the scale houses, at the weight stations, Gavin Newsom himself has told them, if you're going to do a level 1, truck drivers have 3 different levels of inspection that they get at the scale house. Okay, and this is optional. Officers will look at your truck as you're coming in. Excuse me, they'll look at your MC number, your DOT number, your history of the truck, the driver, whatever. They have it all pulled up as you're coming in. And they decide if they're going to pull you in or not. Okay, if they pull you in, they're going to do a 1, a 2, or a 3. 1 is the hardest. They're going to look over that truck. They're going to look over the driver. They're going to look at your hours of service, your electronic logs. They're going to go underneath the truck and see if there's any drips or cracks or leaks or anything. That's a level 1. It's the hardest one. Okay, none of us really like it because it's nerve-wracking. You know what I mean? Level 2, they're just going to check your registration and make sure you don't have warrants, right? Or something like that. Make sure you're clean. Level 3, I forget what a level 3 is. I think that's like just checking your insurance and your IFTA or something like that, all right? Now, Gavin Newsom has told his DOT officers that if you get a non-proficiency CDL driver, right, commercial driver, you get a truck driver that does not know English, that you pull in for a level 1, don't do a level 1 because you can't understand him or her, right? They don't speak English. So do a level 2. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me back up here. So you're telling me, Gavin Newsom, you're telling me that because I know English in my country that I came from, that I have to do the hardest level 1 because I know English, and somebody that doesn't know English only has to do a level 2? That sounds like communism to me. That sounds corrupt. Communism. It sounds like socialism. It sounds like some Marxist BS. I'm just going to say it straight up. And I'm putting Gavin Newsom on blast because, Gavin, you are elected to protect your people. It is your job to protect the California citizens. That's why you're the governor of California. Protect your people, sir. It is your job. It is why you are represented. You're their representative. That's why they voted you in. Because the California citizen, American citizen, needs you to protect their roads. 3 people were unalived in Ontario, California, Southern California, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Gavin, it's your job to stop this madness. It is your job as the representative of California to stop and save your people, not give non-English speaking people a break. And you give the American truck driver the hardship. That's not cool, man. That's not what we do. It's crazy that I even have to say this. Isn't it crazy I even have to say this? So Gavin, if you're watching, I implore you, sir, to do the right thing. The feds are already taking, what, $200 million away from you because your pride and your ego, that's what it seems like to me anyway, that your pride and ego is getting the best of you, and you're saying, you know what, feds, nah, I'm not going to do it just because. No, no, I'm not going to do it. Take more money. I don't care. I'm going to get what I want. Well, that's what leaders do. Leaders do the more mature thing, the better thing. All right, let's see. That trucker guy says, same with the farmers voted to have immigrants moved out, now crying that their workers are leaving. It gets complicated, brother. When you really start going down these rabbit holes, I will say this for politicians, they can't make everybody happy, right? I think a lot of them do their best. I think the bigger majority really do try to make one or the other side happy, but put yourself in their shoes. Play devil's advocate before you just judge a politician. And I do the same. I try my best not to judge them. But when it comes to human life, we have to protect human life at all costs. Gavin Newsom, it is your job first. Your first job is to protect human life. Then the second thing, we can go down the rabbit hole with all the other crap that us humans, the ridiculous things we do. BT says crazy. I know, man. Uncle Gus says Gavin pandering for votes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Human life is being destroyed for votes. American lives. And American lives are more important than votes. Even the scummiest American on the planet is more important than a vote, to me anyway. And that's how I think we all need to think. We all need to start valuing human life more, okay? Otherwise, our animal instincts are going to come out, right? I'll clap for myself. Love yourself first, right? BT says they go with the money. Nadine, nope, I'm not doing any co-hosting. If y'all want to come up and speak, you can. I'm not going to be doing co-hosting, no. Anyway, BT says they go with the money, they advocate for their lobbyists that pay them, and that's the problem. But you know what, brother? We have the numbers. We have 2 million truck drivers. All we need is like 50,000 truck drivers to get involved. That's all we need, and we can knock this thing out of the park. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, right, X? I don't know who you three beautiful souls are, but I appreciate you being in here. If you guys want to ask me any questions down below, go ahead and feel free to ask me something, say something, and I will answer you. See, that trucker guy says it will hurt California if they took that many drivers out at once. Well, I think the bigger picture is protecting Californians' lives versus what's going to hurt them vote-wise, right? Money-wise, or any of that kind of stuff, man. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Kate, welcome in. I see you, Kate. Kate is back, hanging out. Let's see if I know anybody else that's in here. Wild Child, how you doing, brother? Welcome in. Ghost 3.6, hello, hello. Eagle, welcome in. Think Big 90s, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Simeon Chen, welcome in. One Guy 25. Torenzo, hello, hello. Okay, everybody's so quiet tonight. Nobody wants to come up? What's going on, man? Am I the only one with energy tonight? This is weird. I usually don't talk this long. Let's see. DN, yes, sir. Welcome in, man. I love America too, brother. 27 beautiful souls in here. Hey, guys, by the way, thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for tapping the screen. Look at 10,000 of y'all have tapped. Your life energy has tapped into the little portion right here, which is pretty cool. Hey, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. FYB Flip says it's called collateral damage. Something you have to take the good with the bad. Yeah, you're not wrong. I personally don't like that saying, but you're not wrong. You are absolutely correct. FYB Flip. You are right. Let's see. What are we doing here? The Hater joined. Welcome in, The Hater. How are you, brother? Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Welcome in on YouTube. Hello, how are you? I see you. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm glad you guys are here. Boy, it is late, isn't it? Is anybody in the chat? Let me know if you're from the East Coast. Are any of you on the East Coast right now watching this? It's insane. Oh, it's what, 11, 12, 1, 2? 2 o'clock in the morning there? Must be working, because who would be up at 2 in the morning? Thank you for the 3rd gifter badge, Dad Trucker. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Let's see. Okay, I'm in Vegas. It's not. Jose says I'm in Vegas. It's not too late there. Yeah. Sport in Pennsylvania. So you're on the East Coast. It's 2 in the morning there. Dang. Pastime has joined again for the 3rd time. Dude, Mike, what are you doing, bro? I've seen you join 3 times now. Maybe you don't have a good connection. I don't know. Let's see. Uncle Gus going with the Corona, California. Very nice. I was just there. I just unloaded some bathroom cabinets, kitchen cabinets there 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. I was just there, brother. I was just there. Let's see. X has no questions. I'm just going to give you guys a little hello anyway, just because I really appreciate you guys being here. Hello, hello. There you go. Welcome in on YouTube. How are you? Let's see. Let's get the chat going in on YouTube. All right. What else we got here? Corona, California. Very nice. Very nice. Oh man. Okay, America. So, what can we do for America, you guys? Let me ask you all a question. Why is this? Okay. Let me ask everybody in the chat a question. Oh, Pastime says, gotta dip out is when I'm doing calculations like gravity. No kidding. Let me ask chat a question. Does anybody have any answers on like what would you be willing to do for America right now? Does anybody even have any energy to really fight for American values, morals, values, or is everybody just like exhausted and tired of everything, all the bullshit that's going on right now in America? Do y'all feel like you're just tired and exhausted? You just don't have what it takes? Or do you guys feel like you have enough energy for like a revolution of some kind, or like not like a violent or crazy anything, but like just to get involved and be an advocate and like really fight for America, for our okay, that trucker guy says revolution. All right, he has some energy. Nice. Anybody else? I'm surprised none of you want to come up. Anybody wants to come up, go ahead and invite yourself up, and we can start talking, you guys. Let's see. Revolution. I like it. I think a lot of people are thinking on that term. All right, well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the GOT Act. What do you guys think? You think the GOT Act is going to be passed or not passed? The GOT Act, S.893, guaranteeing overtime pay for truckers Act. Title II, guaranteeing overtime for truckers. An average $570 a week for company drivers and $1,220 a week for owner operators. Audrey says, apathy is unfortunately what got the industry where it is. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Sabai, thank you for joining. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Jared Mason says, nope. What do you mean by nope, brother? What do you mean? Nope, like you don't have the energy for anything? I don't blame you. I mean, I still get down. I'm human just like you guys. I get down. Jared Mason says it won't pass. Yeah, I don't think it's going to pass either. You know why it's not going to pass? Not because we didn't earn it, but because it's a $1 trillion business a year. And if we were to give overtime pay for truckers that they already earned, we would have to get our cushy little percentage that we're stealing from truck drivers' energy. We would have to give that to them to enjoy with their families. So first, we're not going to give it to them, are we? That's why we have to get involved. That's why we need to stand up and unite, guys, gals. We need to unite as truck drivers. Once we do that, I promise you, there's going to be more vacations, more fun, more money, more medical, more everything, less taxes, all of it. Albany Medina says, just got my CDL. Hey, congratulations, man. Hold on, I got something for you. Let's go. Everybody say congratulations, man. That's cool. Jared says it's money in our pocket and not in theirs. Now there it is. That's it right there. Bam. Jared said it. Mic drop. Jared just did a mic drop, you guys. Yep, so you're getting some congratulations. Thank you for the follow, Bailey. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming in and joining, Bailey. Today, we are talking about American values in the trucking industry, and we are talking about how to save America. Does anybody have any advice for me on how to save America? On X, do you have any advice for me on how to save America? How to help others, to save America? YouTube, does anybody have any advice for Truckers Unite Now on how to save America? Or here on TikTok, do you have any advice for me? Let's see. Jared says 25 years behind the wheel. That's what's up. Jared, thank you, man. I appreciate your service. Thank you. Bailey says CDL holder for over 15 years. That's what's up, man. So Bailey and these other drivers have been bringing me my stuff for years, and I didn't even know it. So thank you. I appreciate your hard work on bringing me and my family the goods and services we need to survive. And while I'm bringing you your family on the East Coast, what you need, you're bringing me my stuff that my family needs on the West Coast. So I really appreciate it, you guys. I really do. While the sun's in your eyes, while you're going east, the sun's in my eyes, at night when I'm going west, right? Isn't it funny how you start putting all these things together as a truck driver? That trucker guy says, just tired of being tired. Me too, man. But I've decided not to give up. Wild Child, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Let's see. I am also tired. Aman, welcome in. Aman just joined us. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Appreciate it. Look at 39 people. We're getting more people. Nobody wants to come up and talk, or is the button not working or something here? I am so surprised. Nobody wants to talk tonight. This is crazy. I'm going to start just inviting y'all up. I'm going to start applying pressure here in a minute. And you know who you are. You know who you are that I'm talking to. Oh, you know what? I didn't put on my filter. That's okay, right? Let me just see something real quick, you guys. There we go. Alright, let's see. Bailey on another night, bud. What do you mean? Oh, Bailey. Okay, I see. Yeah, everybody, you know what? BT says the button's not there. You want me to bring you up, BT? I'll bring you up if you want. You know what I think it is, Bailey? Do you guys feel like something really big is coming soon? And I don't mean like conspiracy theory. I mean like really, like you just feel it in your gut. You know what I mean? Like something huge is about to happen. Like not good, no bueno. Like something's coming where our whole life is going to change, and not for the better at first, but then after a bunch of chaos, something really great will come out of it. I mean, that's usually what happens, right? Like the phoenix. You know what I mean? Hey, you guys know about the bald eagle? Do you know what the bald eagle, there comes a time in a bald eagle's life where it has to decide to either break its own beak and go through excruciating pain, or it has to die. It has to make a choice. Excruciating pain, and then a new beak comes out of it to live the rest of its life strong, or it has to choose to be weak and die. And I think that's where we're at, chat. I think that's where we're at, YouTube. I think that's where we're at, X. I think that's where we're at, TikTok. Thank you, Hazel, for the heart. Me, let's go. Thank you so much. I honestly feel like that's where we're at right now, y'all. If we don't break our beak and go through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, we're not going to get to the joy. We're not going to get to what's going to come out, what fruits of our labor come out of all the hard work in the spring. We're not gonna get the fruits of our labor in the fall if we don't plant in the spring and get out there in the sunlight and burn. You know, that's just my 2 cents on it. Let's see. Oh, I see it. BT says, oh, I see it. The I-10 legend says, survival of the fittest. Let the weak and poor management fail to the wayside. Bro, I completely agree with you on that. Yes, let's go. Do you ever feel like kind of like that's what's happening right now? There are so many people making, this is just my opinion, there's a lot of weak people making money off our strong backs. There are a lot of people out there making a lot of money off our backs that didn't earn it. We did earn it. You know what I'm saying? Marino just liked the live. Thank you, Marino. I appreciate you. BT, what's up, brother? Thanks for what's going on, man? How you doing? Where you at tonight?
I'm in Dallas. I'm right here in Lancaster, Texas, actually, right by Dallas.
All right. Nice. Feeling a little. Go ahead.
I had to get up. I was listening, but I had to get up to take a few steps outside the truck. But I was still listening. My legs started cramping up.
Oh, okay.
So I had to do a few laps around the truck real quick.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I usually get like that after about 400 miles, 300, 400 miles. I have to get out, just at least walk around the truck a couple times. You know what I mean? At least, man. So what do you think, man? How are we gonna save America, man? What do you think? What do we have to do?
I mean, that's a big question. I mean, where do we start?
Truth. Yeah.
You know, you have to crawl before you walk. So, or walk before you run. So, where do we start?
Right. Well, I feel like I see a lot of good things happening. Look at Sean Duffy's already getting involved. The ATU, American Truckers United, they were invited to the White House a couple days ago. So we don't know what came out of that meeting because it was a private, closed meeting. But the ATU, it seems like they're working for us, unlike the ATA, American Trucking Association, and the OOIDA, brother. They don't work for us.
The ATA is the major carriers, right? Like,
they work for the mega carriers. Yeah, they make it. Yeah, they're really good at gaslighting us, making us think that they work for us. OOIDA, same thing. They make us think that they work for us, but they don't. They work for the insurance companies, the corporations, the shareholders, and the mega carriers. And the mega carriers are only 14% of this country. You know what I mean? They're not the strength. You know, they're like our kids. You know, they're not like our kids. They're not the strength of this country. We are. But they have all the power, and the government has been buying their lies for decades. But it's coming to an end, man. Like we're all getting involved, a lot of us, and we're inspiring other people. We're motivating other people. We're getting other people excited and like charged because people are tired. And aren't you tired of not making money and enjoying your life with your family? You're sick of it, right? Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. I remember when I first started trucking, bro, I've never been able to just go to the store and kind of not get whatever I want, but be able to really enjoy my money and buy nice things. I was always only able to buy like cheap stuff from Walmart before I became an owner operator. Then I was able to like buy nice things, and it's awesome to buy nice things, nice clothes, nice quality made things. And that all went away about 4 years ago. You know, life started getting shitty again. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, let's see, Wild Child says it's all about the money. Yep. I think we're all going to have to get involved, BT, even though we don't want to. Those of us that are like, and that's where I was at 6 weeks ago, bro. I didn't want to get involved. I was like, someone else is going to do it. Someone else is bound to do it, right? BT, like that's what I was thinking, but I was wrong. Like, everybody needs me to get up and start something. And we need you to get up and start something or be a part of something somewhere. And everybody watching right now, we all need you guys and girls to get involved in something. And if you're not going to start something, or you know, or go for it, then you need to be at least a part of someone that's doing something. You know what I mean? So yeah, what are we gonna do? Let's see. Jose says brokers need to get regulated just like real estate agents are. Clear on how much they charge. Well, you know, Jose, we already have 371.3 broker transparency, FMCSA code book. It's already a rule in the code book. And the good thing is, I think we have a class action lawsuit because they have to keep records for 3 years. So that means, what's that?
And what is it?
Where'd you go, bro? You paused yourself. Enough of the broker bashing, says the I-10 legend. We're not bashing brokers. We're just speaking facts here, brother. No bashing at all. Facts over feelings, man. All right? Just facts and truth. And if I don't know the truth, you tell me the truth. Let's back it up with some good information, some facts, and I'll shut up. But there is no bashing. We don't bash, man.
It's called 3.
It's 49 CFR 371.3. Records to be kept by broker. Do you want me to read it real quick?
I want to write it down so I can remember. It's 49. Because I want to read the whole thing to myself.
Right here, brother.
Okay.
Is that backwards? That's backwards, isn't it?
It's backwards.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll write it for. I'll write it backwards so you get it straight. If I can. It's 49. Yeah, I can't do this right now. All right, it's 49 CFR 371.3. Oh, here, let me write it in the chat. Can someone write that in the chat too, please? 49 CFR 371.3. Can someone please do that for me? Yeah, the I-10 legend says, I'm just tired of everyone complaining about brokers that are too lazy to get direct shippers. Bro, you're not wrong, dude. Okay, now you're talking. Get off your butts and do the work to get more solid relationships. Instead of just everything being handed to you on a platter, do the hard work to get more solid relationship. That's the American way. I-10, you're totally right on that, man. I agree with you. There we go. Thank you, Wild Child. Thank you, BT. You got it too. Right on, man. Take a screenshot real quick, bro. Here. I'll just hold that right there if you want to take a screenshot too. Okay. So, anyway, I'll just read it real quick. 49 CFR 371.3. I'm going to go kind of fast because I already read this. Some of you might be bored of me reading it, but I'm just going to go through it for BT real quick. Records to be kept by broker. A broker shall keep a record of each transaction for purposes of this section. Brokers may keep master list of the co-signers and the addresses and registration numbers to the carrier rather than repeating its information of each transaction. The record shall show A1, the name and address of the co-signer. 2, the name, address, and registration number of the original motor carrier. 3, the bill of lading and the phone number. 4, and this is the important part. Listen to this very carefully. Number 4, this is section A4 of 371.3. The amount of compensation received by the broker for the brokerage services performed and the name of the payer. 5, a description of any non-brokerage services performed in connection with each shipment and or any activity, the amount of compensation received for their services. I'll say that again. The amount of compensation received for their services and the name of the payer, the shipper. And 6, A6, the amount of any freight charges collected by the broker and the date of the payment to the carrier. B, broker shall, and this is a good one too. I want you guys to focus on this one also. B, brokers shall keep these records required by this section for a period of 3 years. Let's go. 3 years. C, this is last. Each party of the broker transaction has the right to review, each party to a broker transaction has the right has the right to review the record of the transaction required to be kept by these rules. All right, rules. Guys, the federal government, we the people, have given truck drivers, carriers, this law. I'm sorry, this rule. So, brokers, you're breaking the law if you don't give this to carriers, right? Now, brokers, some brokers have found a very clever way around it, BT. It's called a carrier package. Now, for a carrier package, let's say I'm a broker, carrier calls up, I want this load. Hey, what's the shipper paying on that load? Oh, you know what? I can't tell you that. But yeah, I can't tell you that. Well, can I have the load? No, you can't have the load. I need you to sign this carrier package also. If you want the load, you got to sign this carrier package. Well, once you sign that carrier package, read the fine print, because in that fine print, it states you waive your right to 371.3. It's very clever. It's just basically giving you to give up your rights. It's communism, in my opinion. Let's see. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Time Tigerler, if I said that right. Sorry. Let's see it. I did it. Did what? Pastime. The I-10 legend says exactly. Yep. You guys want me to? I don't know if you guys can. You guys see when I scroll through the chat? I don't think you guys can see that, huh? Bailey says, where can I find the updated FMCSA handbook? I want to slap Kevin to someone. You're so bad. Okay, so Bailey, check this out. I think I left my big book at home. Let me check my backpack. So you guys know the small one? It's not in there. And yeah, I think I left my. Hang on. Let me see if I brought it or not. Let's see if you guys are in luck or not, or if I'm in luck. Yeah, I left it at home. So you have to get the big book. The big book, you guys. This little one that they normally give drivers in your, when you get in the truck. These smaller ones are missing like 50 pages, and lo and behold, 371.3 is not in the small book for drivers, right? Shocker. But let's see if I can find it real quick. 371.3. I don't think I'm pretty sure it's not in this small one, you guys. But I will look just for fun. 371.3. What was it? 49, right? 49. Yeah, not in here. Yep. Not in the little book, you guys. Sorry. That one's trash. Get the big book. You can get it from Iowa 80. Lee and Lisa told me about it. Iowa 80. Get the big book, the big FMCSA book. If you guys are serious about it, Lee and Lisa, they motivated me to start reading it, and I haven't read enough of it yet, but I have started to. As a driver, we should know that book front to back, and I know it's a lot. Pages, I get it, but if we want to call ourselves professionals and we want, double or triple the money that I think we've earned already, we need to be true professionals. Bailey says, do they still sell them at the truck stops, or is it a product of the past? So Bailey, you can get it, like I said, Iowa Truck Stop, Iowa80.com, the Iowa, that mega huge TA or whatever, the Iowa 80 Truck Stop. You can get it on their website. Let's see. Vito and 13,000 says, I made 2,000 as a Lyft driver. I make 1,200 as a truck driver. So there lies the problem. I know my 14-year-old son made $25 an hour helping an old man clean out his garage last weekend. I'll say that again. $25 an hour at 14 years old. Okay? Right. We're getting like 21 bucks an hour, if that. It's ridiculous, man. And you know what, brother? Let me tell you, Vito. I'm going to tell you the truth, bro. Because because I'm a truck driver and I care. All right, I'm gonna give you the raw truth. That $1,200 you're making a week as a truck driver, you're actually making like $5,000 a week. So 5,000 minus 1,200 is what? 3,800. $3,800 of your life that you earned, your energy is going in the pockets of men and women that are sitting on their asses doing nothing except taking advantage of you and me. That's why we started Truckers Unite Now, because we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's why I went to Washington, D.C. 8 weeks ago, because I'm just tired. I'm tired of being taken advantage of. Enough is enough. We're amazing. We're amazing men and women that drive these trucks. What we do, the backbone that you have to drive these trucks is phenomenal. And the fact that people take advantage of these truck drivers it's not right. It needs to stop immediately. Immediately. Vito says, I made $78,000 as a Lyft driver and I got 8 in return. As a trucker, I made 50 in payday. Oh my goodness. Wow. Ridiculous, man. Salt Springs, thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. How you doing? Welcome in. Lyft is tax-free. Hey, fun fact, Beto, I was a taxi driver out of Truckee, California for a couple years, and Uber took out the business that I was working for. It wasn't my business. I was an employee at that time, but yeah, fun fact, they took us out. So now, and there we go. That's like what I'm saying. So the people at Uber, a few families at Uber are making millions of dollars while their drivers are making 50% of what they used to make. What I used to make as a taxi driver, now Uber drivers are making a fraction of that. It's just, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing as human beings? Government, what are we doing? How much longer of this madness is going to take place where a few families have a 4th or 5th Ferrari while American families can't even pay for their Honda Accord, their monthly payment of $300, they can't even afford their car payment. Dude, enough's enough. Let's take care of our people, y'all. Alright? Let's see. Vito says, why? It's called starter companies, so they lift taxes on them and put it on us. Yeah. What's up, BT? What's up, bro? No worries. You bad area? Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. K.I. Adab says, run for president. I don't want that responsibility. But I'd run for truck drivers. I would speak for truck drivers. I can't talk for truck drivers, but I would definitely speak for all of you. If you tell me what to say, I'll get up in front of a podium and I'll tell all 350 million Americans whatever you want me to tell them. Ain't about what I want to tell them, it's about what we want to tell them. That's the problem we have in the trucking industry, I'm noticing. Sorry, go ahead, BT.
At one time, wasn't the Teamsters Union like really for truck drivers strong? Like,
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't really hear anything about it now. Like,
I'm not sure, man. I don't know a lot about the Teamsters. I don't know. Let's bring up Pastime. Would probably know. Let's bring up Mike. He knows a lot of history. Pastime, what's up, brother?
We're not going to talk about unions today.
What's wrong with unions?
You can't have a union for owner-operators. Actually, it would be bad. This would be bad. Like, people can go do their own research and find out.
You're breaking up really bad, Pastime. All right, come back and see us when you get better service, bro. You're breaking up really, really bad. Audrey says Teamsters controlled Congress in the 70s, 80s. Isn't that a good thing? I would think we need truck drivers to control and tell Congress and Senate what to do for us. That's just what I think. Vito says, now I can drive 80,000 pound vehicles with explosives, but not a guy to the airport. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. So BT, to answer your question, I don't know a lot about that, honestly, Teamsters. I've been told we can't start a union, but we can start an association. So I don't know. Let's see, Audrey says, Teamsters were the most powerful lobbying force for decades. So Audrey, why can't we start another Teamsters? Are we not allowed to as truck drivers? I don't get it. You get it, BT?
No, I don't get it either. Well, what? Are you unionizing with Truckers United now, or
No.
is that where this is going, like towards?
Eventually, yes. I mean, whatever we want to call it, fine. Words are very powerful, right? So, yeah, something similar to that. I mean, unity, right? Whether you want to call it a lobbying group or a association or Teamsters or a union. Allegedly, we can't form a union. So I don't know. My first goal is just to unite the 2 million truck drivers, right? I'm going to start there, and then after that we'll. Oh, I'm breaking up, or you're breaking up?
I think it's maybe me, because it just said poor connection.
Yeah,
Poor connection.
I have full 5G bars, so. Let's see, Audrey says Teamsters are still around. They're just aging out. I'm going to have to look into that tomorrow. Thank you, Audrey. I'm going to look into that tomorrow. Audrey says they are a lot of non-drivers in Teamsters. Ah, okay.
Yeah, they were really for truckers, but I don't hear anything about them or anything from them.
Right. I don't either.
I was a member of OIDA, but they don't do anything.
No, they're not for you. OIDA is not for you, and the ATA is not for you. Let's see, Beto. See, okay, now Beto's talking. This is what I'm talking about. Check this out, BT. Beto's church, tax-free, plus no government oversight. See what I mean? Dude, there's a way around everything, right? And people don't realize that. People are like, okay, we can't form a union. Let's give up. Let's just give up. Just find a way around it. That's all. Just like they have, BT. For decades, they've been finding a way. A carrier package. If I'm a broker, I don't want you to know about 371.3 broker transparency. So what do? I create a document and I make you sign it, signing away your rights. I'm clever. So how do I get in your pocketbook? Carrier package. Bada bing, bada boom. Pastime for a Change says anti-competitive behavior or price fixing under antitrust laws. I wish I could pin that. That's good. Doug says UPS drivers have a union, and so do ABF drivers. Okay, well, see, then, I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough, but I'm gonna look into it tomorrow, and maybe that word is just out there, BT. Just like how they say truck drivers will never unite. Well, we're doing it now, so I think there's clever people out there that they put those things out there, and then everybody starts saying them, because most of us are parrots, right? We just repeat what we say. We don't even think about what we're saying, and I've been guilty of it too, right? Where I just repeat what my friends tell me. Oh, so and so happened. Before I even researched it myself, I go and tell other people what I heard. I've stopped doing that the last couple months because I want to really know what I'm talking about. Even if I hear it from you, I want to go research it, regardless who I hear it from. You know what I mean? Pastime says uniting and making a union are two different things. Yes, they are. But we have to unite first before we can do anything, right? We have to get together somehow and then do that. Falls under antitrust laws. Antitrust. Okay. What does that mean, antitrust? I-10 says, let me ask, why doesn't anybody need to know what a broker makes if a carrier gets and agrees to the rate? Because brokers are at the point now where some brokers are taking up to 50 or 60%. That's why, because it's become way out of hand. We need to know what the shippers are paying to base our rates off it, right? Everything is just set. You can't even negotiate with a broker anymore. They won't even give you 50 bucks extra. They're just they all stick together and they're making hand over fist amounts of money off us. Okay, the majority of the amount of the load was never designed to go all to the broker, 60% to the broker, because the bigger operating costs lie with us, the equipment, the carrier side of it, not the broker side of it. A computer doesn't cost thousands of dollars. A truck does. A trailer does. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Last week, like I had the guys on the other way go from like they'll say 1,200. That's too low. We got to get at least over $2 a mile. So they'll end up somewhere around 16. But from 12 to 16, they had that much room to play with the price, and they still skimmed a lot off of it.
Right.
Even at 16, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like they were probably holding an extra $1,000 off that load. And if you don't agree to it, they gotta come off more of that money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But if you just accept it, then they're gonna just pocket all that.
Well, we've all gotten to this place where we're just fighting each other for it. The cheap us, you know. These trucks are, for example, like a lot of people will say the old way of thinking. This is my opinion. The old way of thinking is, oh, well, you don't want to go by the mile. You want to go by like how many miles you have in a month. Go by your monthly miles. And okay, I get it. That's the way everybody's been doing it for decades. But let's stop that. Let's go by the mile. Because a truck wear and tear and a truck fuel, I get that fuel is different in a lot of different areas. Fuel's different pricing. But it's not that far off compared to a broker taking 60%. This equipment takes a lot of money. So if I'm making $4 a mile, let's say I'm going LA to Seattle and I'm making $4 a mile, and then in Seattle I'm making $2 a mile and I'm coming back to LA. Okay, well, you break the two and you make $3 a mile round trip, right? That truck doesn't know to make round trip money. It costs a certain amount of money, period, end of story, $2 a mile just to operate it. That's without a profit. That's to break even. Well, I'm not in a business to break even. So many people say, oh, well, I'm on my way home anyway. Oh, it'll pay for my fuel. So really, you work for free to pay for your fuel? When a 16-year-old kid goes to McDonald's to work for his job, is he like, oh, if I make enough money to eat, I'm happy. If I make enough money to buy my tire on my bicycle, I'm happy. No, you're working at McDonald's to make money to better your life, to enjoy your life. You're not breaking even. What crazy person breaks even? I don't know. I don't know how we got to this place. Welcome in, RJ Tag. How you doing, man? Thanks for being here.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
Sorry, I missed the last few lives. I've been busy.
That's all right. We're just talking all things trucking. The topic tonight is what can you do to help save American trucking? What can we do as individuals to save trucking?
Well, turn my camera on. I think, sorry, I'm very young.
Oh, you're good, brother. How you doing, man? You good?
I think a lot of it is we all need to have like a coalition or like what we're doing now, but we all need to like be on the same page because, like you said, too many people are like, well, I'll pay for my fuel, or I just up settling for less. You know?
Yes.
I was sitting in Monroe, Louisiana a few years ago, and I pulled out my laptop and I was looking for a load, and TQL called me. TQL's cheap and heavy, and they called me about a load going to Lakeland, Florida. I think it was like 1,400 miles or something. And they're like, "Hey, what do you need to do it?" And I'm like, "Well, can I call you back in like 3 minutes? Let me do some math." And they're like, "Sure." And so I did some math, and I'm like, "Man, I can do it for, you know, $4,300." And I thought that was fair for the fuel price at the time.
Yeah. To earn a profit, right? To pull a profit for you. Yeah.
I called him back and I said, "Hey man, I can do it for this much." And he started laughing at me. He's like, "Man, that's a vacation spot. It's a nice place to go." He's like, "We're all in at 1950." I said, "Man, you're nuts. You are nuts. Did you get anybody to haul that?" He didn't even let me finish. He just hung up.
See? That's why. Yeah. And that's why there's. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's nuts. I feel like, no disrespect, but I feel like it's a lot better that there's people that are getting out of trucking because they don't meet the citizenship or license requirement.
Yep.
I feel like that's gonna help a lot overall with the rate increase, because we are in business for ourselves. It's still business. It still has to function. It still has to make a profit. You know, we're
Correct.
not in it for. Well, I'm not in it for. Well, I'm an owner operator. You know, I don't care. I want to make money, and I feel like that's gonna help increase the rates a lot, because people that are in business for themselves, that have respect for their equipment, that have respect for themselves, that hold themselves to a standard, have a family to support,
Yep.
are not gonna haul for pennies on the dollar. You know, a broker shouldn't make all this money off of us. They're not doing anything.
Right.
Not at all. They get out of bed in their pajamas, sit at their desk in their pajamas, make phone calls in their pajamas, go back to bed in their pajamas. They're not doing that.
Right.
You know? It's not right to steal from people.
Hey, I like it when they say, let's say they're trying to offer like 2,000, right? And they're like, you're like, no, can you do it for 3,000? And they're like, oh, I have another driver that'll take it for 1,500. So do you want it for 2,000? Like, dude, you know, if you had a driver for 1,500, why would you offer me 2,000? I know you're lying. Like,
And what's a
stupid.
backhaul rate? What in the world is a backhaul rate? Like,
Yeah,
what is that?
that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
It's a backhaul rate.
Yeah.
You don't know where I'm coming from or where I need to go.
Right.
A backhaul rate, man, you're crazy.
Yep. Only in trucking, man. Only in trucking. Multi-trillion-dollar business. Yep.
They want to steal from us. It ain't right. You know, I mean, I'm working on my own truck tonight for crew. I mean, I like to, but you know, I don't like paying people. There's too many people that just want to be in your pocket. Like, yeah, I can fix it. Then you got to go behind them and fix it again. You know, you just spend X amount of dollars on stuff. You know, it's nuts.
You know, 7, 8 years ago when I first started, something would break down and like I wouldn't even really look line for line what the breakdown was. I wouldn't worry about like $30 for shop supplies. I didn't really care. Like it wasn't a big deal. It's just a part of business to me, right? Oh, I'll write it off at the end of the year. But now, today, bro, I'm like sitting there arguing with the TA. I'm looking over every line. I got my calculator out. I mean, it's like an hour process because I can't afford to pay bullshit anything anymore.
Miscellaneous on the dang receipt. What is that?
Yeah.
You already hit me over the head for shop supplies. What's miscellaneous?
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know,
It's
I got
crazy.
a motor rebuilt earlier this year, and they put a shop supplies. I bought a case of brake clean, and I guarantee they use about 3-4 cans of brake clean. I want the rest of my brake to be.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Heck, I carry enough tools in my truck to do U-joints, wheel seal. I have my own diesel laptop.
Damn.
I can do tire repair. There's just the only thing I can't do is pull my head off, but other than that, I can do everything. Drop my
Man.
fingers. But why not? When you're on a 10-hour break, there's some stuff you can do yourself, and that's safe. Loves came up to me somewhere in Alabama.
Right.
They got better tools than y'all. Do it themselves. You know?
Well, the disconnect is it's kind of our own fault, right? The disconnect is we have allowed it to happen over the years. It's like truck parking right now. We allow it to happen. You know what I mean? And that's private property. What can we say about it? If you or I owned a parking lot, who the hell are you, anybody to tell us we can't charge for parking on our private property, right? But if people don't come to our property and buy snacks and fuel and everything else because of paid parking, we're going to stop the paid parking. So that's what we need to do. We just need to stop altogether. You know, and people, they say we can't strike. Okay, you say I can't strike legally. Okay, I don't have to come to work. I can have the flu for the next rest of my life. How about that?
There's too many people that are scared, man. Like they talk a big game in the truck stop, you know, but like realistically, like if we all came together and actually decided we're not gonna haul loads for 3-4 days this week, you know, like
Right.
that would definitely it would make people think and start asking questions like, what do we gotta do to get y'all to start running again, you know?
Yep. Look at.
Like you said last time we talked, owner operators make up a majority of the truck driving population. Like I don't know, I feel like if people would stop talking and actually do something, you know.
Yes.
Like that convoy for COVID.
Yes.
I'm not doing that.
When those nurses strike, they get what they want.
Facts.
In California, I know the nurses strike all the time, and every time they do, they get what they want. And when those nurses strike, all the other nurses across the country threaten to strike with them. If those nurses don't get what they want within a certain amount of time, more and more nurses start striking all over the country.
Yeah.
I noticed that they stick together in that unit, in the nursing unit. Like he said about the backhaul, if you go California to El Paso, you should get the same rates going from El Paso to California. They should try to offer you half the rate that you got from going to.
Well, guys, listen. Let's just be honest. $3 a mile isn't even good right now. Inflation's up 30%. $4 or $5 a mile is not a lot of money. That's just turning a prop. That's running a business and turning a little bit of a profit. That's not being a rich man. That's not being greedy. That's just being able to buy a home, support a family, or have an actual life and enjoy life a little bit. $4 or $5 a mile, and everybody says, "Oh, the consumer, well then prices are going to go up." No, the CEO and the shareholders are just not going to be able to buy a fourth Ferrari. That's all that's going to happen. Maybe government officials aren't going to be able to shove a bunch of money in their pocket anymore from lobbyists. You know what I mean? Maybe the actual people making the actual money are going to actually be able to have a good life. They're the ones that have worked for it. They should have the good life. Period. I'm sorry. I said what I said.
Personally, nothing's been handed to me, you know, and I know most of us, I like to say that own trucks, nothing's been handed to us either.
Yep.
You know, just blood, sweat, and tears, you know.
That's right.
I feel like, you know, we need to stop talking and really actually do something. And
Yes.
This ain't COVID. You know, we're not going to convoy over getting a vaccine. Don't get the vaccine. It ain't hard. What are you going to do? Fire me? Okay.
Right.
You know, and everybody hires drivers. And
You gotta say the flu, bro. We can't say the C word. Sorry.
my bad.
It's okay.
I'm a victim of getting kicked out of here because I said the wrong thing. Freedom of speech ain't the thing, I guess.
Isn't it crazy, bro? Yeah, everybody thinks they're free. You have no idea. You really have no idea. Yeah.
But like, if we all get together, partake in a cross-country trip together, you know, not hauling loads, I really think it would benefit us. It would suck to start out, but it would help for sure.
One driver said it really well. He said, okay, we don't strike. We're not allowed to strike. Well, what if everybody only worked 4 hours a day because they're not feeling well? You're not feeling well, so you only work 4 hours a day every day. You're tired. You don't have any. Oh, and then a lot of people are going to say to that, well, I have bills to pay. Well, how well are you paying your bills right now? We're all one paycheck away from being homeless, and we act like we just have to keep going to work. For what? For what are we doing? We're just chasing our tail like a dog. A dog actually has a better life than us. Really? I'm sorry. I said what I said. It's true. You know, I'm not the only one saying it either. I mean, TikTok is full. Sorry, go ahead. Uh, 3J Trucking says company drivers won't do it. They will if everyone is doing it. You know why? Because 90% of us are followers. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to follow sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're a leader, sometimes you're a follower. I'll tell you what, if everybody else was only working 4 hours a day, I'd be working 4 hours a day with a smile. Like, I know in about a week I'm gonna make $5,000 this week because it's only going to take 2 or 3 days driving 4 hours a day. We're all going to get what we want. We're all going to be high fiving each other at the truck stop as we're buying every snack we want because we have so much money we don't even know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be real, like trucking's not a get rich quick scheme by no means, but you know, there shouldn't be a reason why like we're in business for ourselves and we can't have a profit, have money to you know, a good abundance, you know, like we're not checking our bank account, make sure what card we gotta get.
Yes. You know what though, bro? It should be where we're not getting rich, but it should be where we're doing really well because our life expectancy average is 62 years old. Our job, brother, is 7 times more dangerous than law enforcement. Do you want to be a cop and get out there and pull people over? It's dangerous, right? You have a chance of losing your life. Well, you have 7 times greater of a chance of losing your life in this truck, and you don't even think about it every day. Probably. I don't until I really knew the facts. Facts, though. What's up, Good B? How you doing, man? Welcome in.
I'm hanging in there, man. It was just some things that I just can relate to, and some things I would like to share about this new age trucking industry. For one, I don't like how these companies they calculate your experience as far as from one employer to the next. What about just having the experience from the time you have your CDL to the time now? I feel like that goes into the guidelines of having the experience, not getting a ticket, not getting in an accident, as far as keeping a clean slate to get a job, keep a job, and maintain a job. That goes along with experience as well. I've had my CDL since 2018, and here it is now 2025. I can't get the credit of having the experience from me holding this gold card in my wallet. I mean, come on. They say, oh, well, you have 6 months of experience, or you only been on the road 3 or 4 months. What about all the other years I've been out for all the other companies? You don't add that time up to.
Amen. Of course. I mean, you have that physical experience. You're that experience. You deserve to have that time counted. Of course.
And they don't count that. And another problem that I'm having in today's truck because I recently had kidney surgery, something minor but in a sense major. I'm ready to get back in the truck. Here I am on criminal probation, and most of these companies they won't even allow me to attend the orientation because I don't have the travel permit from the probation, and the probation is saying, well, I have to have the job first before they can issue me the travel permit. I'm like, what in the hell?
It's a catch 22. It's like how do I link these two? You know what I mean? I would have is it like a probation officer or something? I would have him talk to the company to try to get the two to work together because everybody deserves a second chance, bro. You know why I like Jesus so much? Because he shows all of us that we're all sinners, we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we all put our pants on the same way. So many people look at politicians, oh man, like, oh, Donald Trump, right? He's the president, he has a bunch of money, whatever. And those things are true. He's a great businessman, right? He is the president of the United States. But Joe Biden was the president of the United States. but he's a man just like you. He is no better and no worse than you or I. We are all the same. We really are. Okay?
Right. In my situation, I think it's the probation officer themselves. And
Oh, yeah.
now it's getting to the point to where I'm going to have to write a letter to the judge and expressing that the company is not willing for me to attend the orientation. Just as soon as the orientation is over, I can head on over to the probation office and obtain that travel permit and possibly go back to the terminal, fax that information to them, and just keep track of my start, my finish, one load to the other. I think it's just a situation where I'm just being hated on as far as jealousy because the
Probably.
probation officer doesn't make as much money as an average or a truck driver would, so to speak.
Right.
I mean, I have the right to work. I have the authorization from the judge that I can travel for work-related purposes. However, it's a conflict of interest where I need to see if there's an employer who's gonna do some things under the rug or slip me through the cracks and say I'm already hired just to obtain that travel permit.
What you want to do is get them when they if they say they're gonna hire you, they want you to come to orientation. Ask them if they can just contact their clearinghouse and get a drug testing facility near where you live. Go take your drug test first before you even go to orientation. That way you can take the receipt from the drug test to the probation or parole officer, whoever, and show him I'm hired. I already took my drug test. Here's the receipt from the drug test. After that, he shouldn't have no problem. He can't stop you from going.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
A lot of companies will do that because I've had out of state companies a few times send me to a drug testing facility in Bakerville where I live. Before I even got on the plane or before they rented me a car to come to where they were, they drug tested me first where I live so they can drug test you wherever. Your pre-employment drug test, and you can ask them that. Ask them, well, can you pre-employ me? Can you give me a pre-employment drug test now before I come to orientation? So that way I can show the parole officer that I have a job. I have the receipt for the drug test. That means I have a job.
You absolutely right, and I'm not saying that it's not even about the truth, because they are going to have the drug screening within the orientation. It's only 3 days, and the terminal is here down the road in Tampa, Florida. It's like a few miles away from where I live. I mean, it's not a problem to attend the orientation and end the orientation on a Wednesday, whether they assign me a truck right then or not. I could just head over 2 miles to the probation officer and show them credentials that hey, they hired me. Here's the drug screen. Here's the welcome back and blah blah blah. Print up this. Contact them just to make sure, and I'll call the dispatcher and ask them, hey, where's my first load going to? Blah blah blah. Stamp that, and I'm out of the way. So now it's
Also,
getting
also good. The judge, you can set up a court date anytime for anything. I don't know if you knew that, but you have the power and you have the right, even under probation or parole, you have the right to talk to the judge. You got to set up an appointment and a court date, but you have the right. Just go to the clerk and say, hey, I need to talk to the judge about pre-employment. That's all you got to do. They'll set up a court date. It might take 2 or 3 weeks, might even take a month. But sometimes you can do like an emergency hearing. You can say, "Hey, my livelihood is on the risk, is on the line here. My whole life revolves around that." Trust me when I say the courts want you to they want you to get your act together and be a law-abiding citizen so you're not an issue there and you're out here paying taxes, right? That's what they ultimately want. You and me out here paying taxes, not in there. So and I believe you because I was on probation once and it was like I was supposed to call in by Thursday. I kept trying to call, no one would answer the phones. I left a message, bro, and the next week, let's just say I got in trouble for not calling even though I left a message. I went to jail. And I went in front of the judge, probation officer was there. I went in front of the judge, I was like, Your Honor, I called, I left a message. Bro, probation straight up looked at me and the judge and he goes, we never received a voicemail from him. Oh, man. Yeah, you did. You know my voicemail was there. They just, in the system, you know? You're in the system. One way or another, you're in the system.
From the judge is me being a truck driver, and I shouldn't even be on probation for the situation that led me into this situation. I should have gone ahead and took the case to trial, but I just didn't have a paid lawyer, if you know what I mean. And the situation is, it's not what you did right or wrong, it's what you get wrong.
Correct.
I'm still a law-abiding citizen, and I'm not a convicted felon at the moment, even though I'm on felony probation. So I still have a legitimate fight to execute this probation and get all my rights back that I should have from the first place.
I was just gonna tell you, you know, as you live your life as a man as well in America, and you know that life's not fair. So we have to just get through these things. However we navigate to get through to get what we want, we have to do it. Whether it's fair or not doesn't matter. We're men. Life isn't fair to us.
Space, what I'm going through, what led me to being on probation. I made a promise to myself as well as my loved ones that when I step into this truck, I'm gonna return back home in one piece, the same way I left. If I end up going to jail, if I lose my life, just know that I didn't go down without a fight.
Right on.
We are a target out here on this open road and these American highways and streets. We have a greater chance of our life
Whoa.
Today, the batteries exploded. I'm going down the freeway on the 20. The batteries exploded, so I have no windows. I can't roll the windows down to use my arm signals. My blinkers, my lights, nothing's working. I can't blink to change lanes. I can't. People flying by me, flying. Right? I gotta get this truck off the freeway, but I can't use my signals to let people know I'm trying to get over, and I can't get my arms out the windows because the windows won't roll down because the power's gone.
And let me tell you something, BT.
This happened today.
Wow. And let me tell you, man. If you don't sleep at least 5 hours, most people don't know this. If you don't sleep 5 solid hours or more, your brain doesn't get what's called REM sleep, RAM. If you don't get REM sleep every single day, you're shortening your life. You're messing with your mind, your health. It's really bad for you. You have to get. So when they come and they knock on your door and they wake you up, bro, it doesn't matter that you can go back to sleep. The damage is done. Even if you go right back to bed, the damage is done if you don't get 5 solid hours or more every night. You must get that. It's important. You know what I mean?
Russians have sent the police to the truck twice in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Once over there in like Mexico, and once in Oklahoma on my way back from Missouri.
I'd have drove
They
that.
ain't concerned about your safety, but just as well as cheating the system and make money.
Oh yeah. So
Yep.
then they end up spending $900 on 4 batteries today.
When they could have did it the correct way.
From the beginning.
Well, this is how, you know what? The way we beat them is we get involved, we strengthen ourselves, we educate ourselves, we become stronger. With every new follower, every new uniting somewhere, talking to other drivers, having respect for yourself, not tolerating this kind of crap, BT. You know what I mean?
We need to get rid of something, man. They're wild.
They are, yeah.
That's yeah.
We need to get rid of these crackerjack CDLs that are coming out of California. Get rid of the people that ain't trying to do it right. Because the people that are trying to do it right, we're gonna pay. Inevitably, in the end, the people that do it right pay.
Hey, I can show you screenshots that from these Russians texting me other drivers' information, telling me this is your fake co-driver. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Hell no.
Jeez.
Hell no. And I saved the screenshots because I want to give them the DOT. But from my understanding now, it's better to give for the Senate to see the stuff than the DOT because the Senate write the laws, right? So yeah, I'm saving screenshots and everything illegal they ask me to do. I tell them no, but I still screenshot it. I'll screenshot it and save it because I'm gonna use it somewhere. Somebody gonna see it.
Text message, CYA.
What's that up on Fast Track for a Change will stop the brake solder. Stop them from doing that. Because if people know what they're doing, they're not going to work for them. Right? If we work together, if we unite, which is what Fast Track for a Change is all about, is uniting and having the town square, we can change this.
We can change it overnight. Yep.
It's up to us. We have the power to change all of this.
That's right.
I mean, I don't personally care for Elon. I think it's infringement on rights, privacy and such, but you shouldn't have to run illegally to make money. You should be able to work like everyone else in the world and make money.
Well, you don't need an e-log. We're adults. We're not 6 years old. We don't need to be told when we can and can't drive. You're the professional. You know when you're tired. You're going to pull over when you're tired. You don't want to hurt people or unalive people. You're not going to, risk your life in prison. And you care about the public safety, right? So I agree with you. Get rid of ELD. That was the ATA that lied about that. Oh, safety. We need to have ELD for safety. False.
We need more than 10 hours break. We need like 13, 14 because shower, meals, clerical type things that consume time of your sleep time once you really shut your eyes.
Take as
Right.
much time as you want off. Like personally, I can't do 10-hour breaks. I just can't. I get too antsy. I wake up, I'm like, all right, time to go. Then I gotta wait 3-4 hours for my clock.
Yep. Yep. See, that's why you allow the freedom to be with the man, right? We're men, we're free. God made us free. We are individuals. We are kings of our own life. We are kings of ourselves, right? So who is any other man to tell us what to do as long as we're not hurting anybody else? Leave it up to the individual to be free to see. He wants to take 13 hours. I don't. I want to be gone in 8 hours because I have 6 people I support. So I'm ready, bro. Right when I wake up, I'm ready to go. I just need to get my coffee and go. So let me do that and let him take 13 hours if he wants. Leave it up to the individual. You know what I mean? 10 hours is it's man, it's control. That's one thing that really confuses me about human beings. Why do other people love control so much? I've never understood it.
They don't have control at all themselves.
I think so. Like, I don't want to control you, man. I have better things to do than to get in your life and control you. You know what I mean? I have myself to worry about. I don't want to worry about all you men. Let you guys worry about yourselves, and I'll worry about myself. Respectfully,
I'm paper long with school because if I hit Baton Rouge at the wrong time of day, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get you that real quick, let that
Right.
traffic go die down. And I'll just log backwards at the end of the day, like the traffic jam didn't happen. It's not right, it's
Exactly.
not wrong. But I was safe, But I mean, I think paper will get rid of a lot of people that aren't supposed to be in the industry that are unsafe. If that makes sense. But I doubt it'll happen again.
It has its pros and its cons.
The government does whatever they want. When there's an emergency, you don't have to be on hours. You don't have to be on e-log. It's cool. Just run. We need it done. Run.
Right.
Now the wind blew in the right direction again, so you got to be back on e-log. Like, come on, man. Make your mind up.
Well, if brokers and mega carriers can get all these laws passed, we can get laws passed that benefit us, or laws reversed, or laws enforced.
We have to do the unthinkable as truckers. I mean, we got all these Black Lives Matter and No Kings protests and things like that. We
Yep.
need to surprise America that we really can shut down. I don't think in my lifetime I've ever experienced it or seen it with my own eyes, and that's probably the only way we can really put our foot down on America in the highways and all the things you buy at the grocery store and things of that nature. It came off of a truck, whether it came from a boat or from a plane. Once it gets in the stores, it has to come off of a truck.
We should all start by rolling up on some. It's only one truck stop in Sacramento. You know how it would look if 50,000 truckers rolled up on the state capitol.
Yep.
Yeah, it would look like the United States Marines would be. You guys don't realize what you're actually saying. Like, seriously.
You know what we're saying. Just trying to get it out of respect.
Well, you're gonna make an impact, and you're gonna turn the public against us. That's what you're gonna do. There ain't gonna be any respect. If you take away their formula because you decide to shut down or do whatever you're doing,
The public's already
you're
against
gonna make
us.
an impact, all right? It's just not gonna be a good one.
The public's already against us, man.
No, they're not actually.
Okay, so you still get cut off
Actually,
traffic
not.
by 4-wheelers and flip
You're gonna turn them against us, though.
Domicile license that Newsom are protecting the non-domicile licensees that Newsom are protecting are killing Americans on the highway. So why would those Americans go against us? We're not killing Americans on the highway.
We have to stay on alive, you guys.
We're talking about a
We have to stay on alive.
You're talking about a strike. You are
We're not talking about a strike.
Which is illegal.
We're not. No. The March on Washington wasn't a strike. The March on Washington wasn't a strike. The Million Man March wasn't a strike. It was a bunch of people giving speeches. It was a bunch of people giving speeches for a day in a park. It wasn't a strike.
And how many people are respecting no kings? How many people are respecting no kings right now?
constituents and say what we have to say.
How about this? How about 50,000 drivers per state go to their 48 states all at one
Now
time?
you're talking. Now you're talking. But if you go in waves like that, if you go in 10 or 15 people a day, so you're not making a threat towards them, but you're you're making it so it's abundantly clear.
Yes.
There's a lot of people, and they have nothing that they can do other than listen to your complaints all day long for a month long. You will make a difference. If you go in there with 50,000 people, you will have the United States Marine Corps at the door.
Right. Right.
NOAA already had firearms pointed their way
So they're gonna take
because
them
they
off.
thought they were a threat because they went up there.
Who'd you say, Noah?
Yeah, I said NOAA.
NOAA radio.
When they went to the Capitol, they like as in the National Owner Operators Association of America that I was actually part of, and I was actually, at one point in time, we had a lot going on. In fact, we had the FMCSA call us and say, what do you want to make this end? So,
Right.
it just so happened that the guy that was in charge of it did not understand what he was supposed to say, and he said what it was that he said, and it wasn't an actual shutdown or strike though. It was guerrilla warfare.
Whoa. Yeah. We can't do that. Right. We don't want to do that, obviously.
If the right would be robbed of our money and fools on the highways, nobody's taking in consideration that it's us that makes the country fluctuate.
Right.
And why can't you do that?
What do you mean, why can't we do that?
Vince, you said you can't do that.
Do what?
I said what it was. Somebody said that you can't do that. You can't say guerrilla warfare. You can't. That's essentially making
not
somebody
talking about-
believe something.
We're not talking about no kind of warfare. We're just talking about being
I
heard.
said anything about guerrilla warfare.
Okay, so you don't actually know what it means. You don't know what it actually means.
What does
The
it mean?
same thing as what we did when we said that there was 50 tanks. No. You don't know what it means. It's literally a trick of words. It's to make them think that something's happening when it's not. It's 50 tanks that are on top of a hill that are cardboard. Okay? It's what we did in World War II to win the war.
Yeah, there were inflatable tanks, right? So that the airplanes thought they were real, but they were inflatable like beach balls, painted like a tank. Yeah. Yeah.
They were nothing. We had already lost that. We completely lost that. We used guerrilla warfare to trick them into thinking we were, the superior power. We
Right.
had nothing. We had lost that war.
All I'm saying
And
is
when I'm talking about what
stop
we did,
getting pushed around to the point to where we can't supply America at all.
I don't know. When are we going to unite? When are we going to unite? Okay, if we united and we said, hey, we're not
Discrediting
going.
us for freedom of speech and protest and to get our respect back.
I mean, you got people that
Okay,
are
but
shutting
you're
down
protesting
highways.
in the wrong manner.
We're not lying.
Okay,
We're
go
not stealing. We're not killing
punish,
Humanly speaking.
yeah, go punish the general public and see how far you get. Go take away.
All right, guys. Hey,
go
let's
take
back
their
up for a
labor
second.
for-
Let's hang on for a second and see what Angel has to say. Angel, go ahead. What's going on? Hi, Angel. Good. How are you? What can we do for you? What's on your mind?
I'm good. I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, good. All right. Thanks for coming up. Anyhow, all right. Back to where we were. Okay. So unite. So I think the main way to do this is to get Congress and Senate to hear us. That's what I think, right? Another good thing is uniting with Pastime. Tell us about what you have going on.
It doesn't sound like they want to hear it. I mean, they want to
They
mob
do.
mentality.
They're
So
frustrated.
let them do it. Just let them do it. I'm tired
Yeah.
of trying to tell them how they can actually do it. They want a mob mentality. Go punish the citizens. See how far it gets you. See if you actually get any results. You've done it time and time again. They
I
did
think
it
you're
in 17.
misunderstanding what we're saying.
They did it. Well,
Exactly.
no, you said that to shut it down. You said to do
No, I never
you
said
said
that.
to
I
block
never said that.
highways.
No, I never said any of that. All I said was some of us show up at our state capitol and make a few speeches. That's all I said. I didn't say shut nothing down. I didn't say trucker strike. None of that. Just some. I said some of us, like he said, everybody show up at their state capitol.
He's
Okay,
breaking
so
up.
everybody show up to their state capital, which what are you gonna do then? You're deemed as a threat at that point in time. If you think that truck drivers are like welcome, okay, you have to show up as a constituent. You can't just go and say, oh yeah, we disagree with you, Newsom, but I'm from Utah. It doesn't matter.
Turn in our
You're not
CDLs,
part
that's
of
the
their
same
state.
thing.
If you want to get
No, I'm from California.
By the way, that's already happening. Just so you guys
so
know,
you're from California.
I see new videos every day of truck drivers turning in their trucks and giving up. And they just go work at Walmart because they're sick of making nothing. So what's going to happen is we're all going to give up. If we don't figure something out, we're all going to give up. And then cheap labor is going to come in and completely dominate it and ruin America. So we got to figure something out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But do you call that being a law? No, that's just being rebel, being pushed around and tired of.
Let me put it to you this way. Okay? Let me put it to you this way.
Hello? I think he's right. He's getting out of service now. All right.
I've seen trash cans that do a better job.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. He has some really good points, though. He's not wrong. You know, we can't just show up in big numbers. I understand the frustration. I don't know. That way, it wouldn't be a bad thing. You know, 10, 15 people every day showing up saying, "Hey, we need help. We need help." Peacefully, calmly, respectfully, just showing up and calling, emailing. That's what we need to do. We need to flood their emails, flood their phone calls, just every day. Just call, flood their emails, call every day.
That was how it is.
I just worry that it's gonna end up being a type of situation like that. There's not enough of us, or if it's not like planned properly. I just feel like it's gonna be one of those situations where you're in the state capitol building, you know, and they're giving you lip service, telling you what you want to hear, like just like them people that say, "I'll pray for you." I'll do it right now.
Right,
Go say it.
See how
right.
goods can replenish the shelves at our stores with just pickup trucks.
Yeah.
Trucks come on the back of trucks. Everything comes on trucks.
I think that's what I said earlier. And the other party just wasn't hearing it.
How naive, maybe not naive is the word, but the ignorance of people, they just think stuff just magically appears on the shelves.
Right.
Well,
It's
that's
all
that's
inside.
exactly it.
Everybody can't drive a truck.
Yes.
It's not for everybody.
Right, right. I don't know, but fellas, I'm gonna be getting off here. We have now been on, a little over 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna close up. I really appreciate you guys coming up. Does anybody have any last solutions they might want to discuss, or anything you guys can think of? One last thing: complaint, comment, suggestion.
We have to figure out a way to unite. Obviously peacefully, but we need to figure out a way to unite to where it puts everybody on the same page.
Right.
Absolutely.
Guys, I want everybody here to remember one thing. It's our government. We the people. The government belongs to us. We are the government. We the people. We just have to get them to pass laws that benefit us, just like the ATA has, just like all these other mega carriers and brokers have. They've used it against us. So now we're going to create clever ways to go against them to get what we want. Simple. You know what I'm saying?
We just need our main thing is I don't know about any other truckers, but we need our respect as far as not being robbed out of our pockets and hold the title of the eyes and the ears of the highway. And we just are not a match to something that's smaller than us. I can't stress how many times I have to say it. No one is thinking about getting off on the exit until you put your signal on. And here comes this four-wheeler, whether it's on the right side or the left side, trying to beat my truck and trailer to go into relatively the same direction where I'm going.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it all gets blamed to it's the trucker's fault, but we're the professional drivers and we're not supposed to ever get into an accident when 9 times out of 10 it's not our fault. And why do we have to have dash cameras and X, Y, Z, and we still get the finger pointed? That's because we have the title of professional drivers.
People see dollar signs. We're loaded for money bags and stuff.
Yeah, people think that they're gonna survive to get all this money to orchestrate an accident. I've seen it countless times.
Well, they need to do something about predatory lawsuits too. You know, like these lawsuits are paying out millions of dollars to somebody.
Yep. Yep.
They need to lock their ass up for trying something so devastating, so suicidal.
Yeah. ATU was, we were in another live with Ghost Rider like 3 hours ago, and he was saying how a lot of truck drivers are ending their lives this last year with the little money that they're making. You know, the last 20 years they've been working their butts off. They've bought themselves a house. Now they lost their house. They're losing their cars, their trucks. They're losing everything. So it's like, what does a man do? He's followed the law. He's done everything right. Nobody hears him. Nobody's listening to him. Nobody's looking out for him or trying to protect everything that he did right the last 20 or 30 years. Well, that man doesn't see any other way out. And that is what's happening right now. So I don't know, guys, but
Truck driver who ended his life, but I
yeah.
see a lot of four-wheel guys are ending their life and cutting their life short by thinking that they are a match for what do you call it, 3-footer, 30, 13.6.
Right. Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. So come back and see us soon, and try to think of some more things next time. We'll see if we can conquer the world.
Are you gonna be on tomorrow?
Yes. Probably a little earlier. 4 to 6 Pacific is more what I'll be on tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm on Mountain Time, so I'm trying to catch you.
Okay, so 7 for you, 7 to 9 for you. So right on, guys. All right, everyone. Good luck, guys. Good. See you later. Good luck. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, RJ, I'll see you tomorrow.
Cool.
Have a good night, brother. And BT, you have a good night too, brother. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Let's see. Wow, that went down quick. All right, so everybody that stayed with us this long, thank you. I see you on YouTube and X. Thank you. You 3 folks that have stuck around this long. Wow, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you for watching. We really do. We're trying to grow our YouTube and our X, so I appreciate you all being a part of the live. TikTok, thank you everybody that followed. Thank you everybody that shared, that liked the live. I appreciate it. We're going to try to get this done. Truck drivers need help. Truck drivers need to make more money. We need medical. We need dental. This is ridiculous. We're giving our whole entire life to the industry, and so many people are taking advantage of it. It must stop. We are exhausted, and we're tired. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. We're so tired. We're sick and tired of being tired. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining. We love you. We thank you for coming here. 1 Corinthians 16 verses 13 and 14 says, "Be on your guard, stand still in the faith, Be courageous, be strong, do everything in love. A truck driver is supposed to be trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the truck law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. You guys all have a great night. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being a part of Truckers Unite Now. Please join us also on the other social media platforms. We are on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we're on X. So please join us and give us a subscribe or a follow, a comment, anything will help the algorithm get us out there where we can get all 2 million truck drivers in one place, and then start an association where we have real power to make real change. That's what we want. We just want to benefit our lives. You got to start somewhere. We are looking out for our life. That's what matters the most. Is American truck driver lives matter the most to me anyway. So I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down always. Don't get blown over in the wind. If you're 10,000 in the box and it's 50 miles an hour or more, just pull over. Forget the storm. The freight can wait. Your life is more important, you guys. Okay, truck drivers, your life matters to me. It matters to you. It matters to your family. Always look out for yourself first, okay? That's for real. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. We're all family. You're all family here. Always and forever, okay? Anyways, have a great night. I am exhausted. Let's go. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I really appreciate it. And for tapping the screen, thank you for your energy. It does mean a lot to me. I mean that. Your follow, your support means a lot to me. I know that you can take that away at any given time. So I appreciate it, and I will work hard at constantly earning your support. You know what I mean? Thank you, guys. Have a great night, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya. Later, RJ. Thanks for joining. And on X, thank you, you three beautiful souls. Thank you for coming on tonight. Have a great night. And you too. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. Take care.